Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning. The heck? Sorry, guys. That's weird. I'm going to have to jump back in here, guys. So give me a minute. This whole thing is losing its mind once again. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. Making it amazing. Making it all it needs to be and more. We got some interesting stuff that I need to talk to you guys about. We got some breaking news that just happened in about 30 minutes or so ago. So I'm really looking forward to giving you guys some new news, some good news. And of course, there's this other piece of information that I'm still trying to wrap my mind around. I honestly don't even know if it's even true or not. I'm going to be real. I don't even know if it's true or not. Okay? Just to be real. Rumors are flying already, guys. Rumors are running rampant out here in these streets. People talking about the real reason why Tyre Nichols was singled out, for lack of a better term. Okay? So we got some things we got to get into. We're going to be talking about that very, very shortly. All right? And some new information, which is obviously, I think, some great news. A step in the right direction, in my personal opinion. So before we jump into everything, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Send it past 300 likes. That would really mean a lot to me, okay? And, of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. You know your boy's working hard out here in these streets to give you the conversations and the stories that you need for the day, for the week, or whenever you're watching this show right here, all right? And, of course, don't forget to consider becoming a member by hitting that join button down below. And becoming part of the family, all right? Our family membership as well, all right? So let's get into this, shall we? It's a very weird one, y'all. And we got to get into it nonetheless because it is, I'm still wrapping my mind around this one, okay? It's very, very strange. But first, I got some comments, some members' comments real quick. Molly King, she says, oh my goodness. Still no excuse for beating him to a pulp. Absolutely, Molly. I do completely agree. And I think there was another one in here. Oh. Wait. Yep. And then there was Emmy. Thank you so much for being a member for the past 4 months. She said, Pascal, always fantastic coverage here. Hit the like button. Yes, please. Don't forget to hit that like button. All right. Be greatly appreciated. Send it past 300 likes. A like doesn't cost a thing. But it helps grow the channel, helps get the word out here and all that stuff. Now, you see the title down below. And let me just repeat this again. And we aren't going to talk about that right off the bat. We're going to talk about the good news and the developing news here in just a second. But this is only hearsay. This is only rumor. I have yet to hear anything or see anything solid to prove without a shadow of a doubt that these accusations or these speculations are true. All right. So I'm just going to say that really quick. But that is something that is, this rumor nonetheless is flying out all over the place. Okay. And still, no matter what, exactly what our members just said, in one of our members just said in a members chat, but Gisela just said it here too. There are no excuses for taking the life of this young 29-year-old man that was off taking photos of the sunset. And then within 15 minutes, he was pulled over and then he loses his life, allegedly 3 days later. Okay. There's some rumors and speculation on that too. Like I said, rumors are flying like crazy, but there aren't things solidifying these rumors and these accusations. Not yet. And here, let me say this too. And Kathy, I will be looking into that in just a minute here too, because it's very interesting about the chief of police of Memphis. It's very interesting. But it'll be it's very wild, the amount of rumors that are going on. And it also brings up some more questions about these charges. I'll get into that in just a minute, okay? Queen Kimberly, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. She said, okay, I'm back. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the family. All right. And I appreciate you. And Pat Gaines, thank you so much for being a new subscriber here. I appreciate you being here and being a part of the conversation. We need to have these conversations nonetheless, so it really does mean a lot when you guys come in here and talk with me. We talk about these subject matters more than just a Brian Koberger or a Gabby Petito, right? We are able to talk about a plethora of different things, right? A cornucopia, a slew of different things, which is really, really amazing. Okay. So good morning to every single one of y'all. I really do appreciate it. And without you guys, I'd just be talking to a wall. So I appreciate you guys sharing the conversation with me today. Now, we do have some new information that just broke just a little bit ago, and it's great news in my personal opinion. So let's take a look at that first and foremost, okay? Before we go down the rumor mill. All right. Number one for today, breaking news, a sixth Memphis police officer has been relieved of duty following their involvement in the arrest and taking the life, okay, of Tyre Nichols. Memphis DA can't rule out more charges against officers at the scene. Okay? They can't rule out. They can't. Because it's undeniable. What happened to this young man is undeniable. Okay? So trust me. Remember last night when we were talking about this? And it was a great conversation with y'all. Loved it. Okay? But let's not forget, I sat there and I'm like, wait a second, y'all. Why aren't there more people catching charges? Sure, some have been suspended without pay, so on and so forth. But you cannot tell me no more than, you're telling me just 5 of them? Just 5 of them? There were a bunch of other ones that were involved, y'all. A whole bunch of other ones that were involved. So it's unfair to see just 5 of these officers catch some semblance of justice for their wrongdoing, for their hand in taking this young man's life. There were other people that were involved as well. They were integral parts that led to the demise of this young man, period, point blank. Period, point blank. Okay? So in my personal opinion, this is fantastic news. At least this is a step in the right direction. I'm about to hear the tune of about 7 to 8 officers catching charges. That's what I see. That's what I see in the very near future here. So hopefully, law enforcement, the law, hopefully, Memphis DA ain't done yet. But let's get into this, shall we? A 6th officer has been relieved of duty by Memphis police following the assault and demise of Tyre Nichols. Preston. Oh, yeah. Do you know who Preston Hemphill is? Do you know who that is? Caucasian hands. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. We got it. We got a photo. We got a photo of him. Hold up. Let me make sure I got that because that's good news. Remember, I was like, who's the white guy? Who's the white officer? What's up with this? Why is this even happening? Right? Why isn't he catching a charge? Why? Right? Well, let's take a look at who Pat Hemphill, Preston Hemphill is. Sorry, Preston. I don't know why I said Pat, but Preston Hemphill. This right here, the man with the glasses, is Preston Hemphill. He was the one who was also saying, yes, you better stomp him out. Actually, I just said, yeah, there you go. She just, Yazella just said it too. He literally said, you better, I hope you catch him and you stomp him out. You hear him say that. Okay? This is Caucasian hands. Okay? With all due respect, this is the white officer whose hands were in, he was the one wearing the body cam. It was his POV on his body cam. He was the white hands that we saw, and we are all sitting here going, what? How? Why? Who is this, and why hasn't he caught a charge? Well, hey, looks like he's about doggone time. So, according to this tweet, this is Preston Hemphill. Detective Hemphill is named in the affidavit as having deployed his taser, which he did. We all saw that. He started reeling his taser back up. You know, he's winding the cords back up and all that. He clearly did this. This man is 26. What? He's 26. He's 26, y'all. Born July 1996. I'm sorry. I didn't think he was 26. Oh, I'm a jerk. Anyway, he needs to be charged accordingly for his part of contributing to the demise, all right, of Tyre Nichols. Notice the Apple Watch in both pictures, same band. Okay, so we see the army green. Let me blow this up so you guys can see. I'm sorry, he's 26? Wow. I thought he was older, yo. But okay. My bad. Okay. Yeah. So you see the army green, okay? The army green band. All right. That's a Horde 26. Thank you. Somebody had to say it. That's a Horde 26. Anyway, here it is. The green band, okay? You see that. Let's go into the next photo. Green band is right here too. Now, it's kind of hard to make out, really, if that is a green band or black, but I'm sure maybe that it's caught under different light, so on and so forth. Okay? So, same iWatch or same Apple Watch. I always say iWatch. You know what I mean? iPhone, iPad, and then they say Apple Watch. It's an iWatch. It should be called iWatch, right? But anyway, same Apple Watch. I mean, it's like the band and everything. I don't have that band on mine. But you see what I'm saying? Interesting though, right? Very, very interesting. Nonetheless. Okay? So, Preston Hemphill is the 6th officer that has been relieved of duty. Okay? He has been relieved of duty. And it's fantastic news. All right? See, where is it? Marion Sweet just said, yeah. All right? You say the same thing. I ain't crazy. Thank you, Jesus. Anyway, let's move on here, shall we? All right. So, I say iWatch all the time. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to scratch up my iWatch. You know what I'm saying? And Kimberly, Queen Kimberly, yeah, I watched the Pascal. Damn right. I like that. I like the sound of that. All right, but K-Bragg just said, I was not expecting Caucasian hands to be a chunky incel, but it makes perfect sense. Now, yeah, I mean they are thick. Them hands be thick in the shot. And of course we saw it in other angles and all that. I mean, It could have been anybody. Those hands could have belonged to anybody. Okay. You know, but still, he was a part of the problem. He was not part of the solution. Let's not forget that. Okay. Which is bad news bears, in my personal opinion. And that man is 26 years old, y'all. 26. So he has been suspended. Preston Hemphill has been suspended and is on administrative leave. Though it's unclear how he was involved in the January 7th arrest. We already know. Like, according to this reporter, whoever's reporting this, don't know nothing, man, because he's the one who deployed or who took out his taser, okay, and fired. Period. Point blank. There is really not much to figure out here. He was a part of the problem. He was not part of the solution. He didn't sit there and go, whoa, 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 guys, chill. No, he did. He was a part of the issue. All right. No, he did not follow them and go and give him haymakers or anything like that, as one of the officers says later, as he takes off his body cam to have a conversation with his boys about how vicious his punches were on this innocent, unarmed, defenseless Tyre Nichols. But whatever, I guess. They're going to get their day. I'm telling you. But here it is. They say, no, though it's unclear how he's involved. Well, we already know that information. Hemphill joined the force in 2018. He could be facing further charges after his suspension. And I hope he catches every single last one of them, because he did not help. He didn't go, what's going on, guys? Chill the hell out. What the hell is going on here? No, they didn't do one damn thing to help this young man. And he was a part of that too. It comes after District Attorney for Memphis has said they cannot rule out filing more charges against officers at the scene of Tyre Nichols' brutal unaliving. We can all call it that, because that's what we saw. Ooh, I can't show that, unfortunately, guys. I can't show that footage. Okay, I can't show you that photo, so I got to skip through that. I'm sorry. It's too graphic. It's too graphic, y'all. Okay. But while I'm going into the next piece, Kelsey, thank you so much for the 5 Canadian. Hey, breaking news. The cop is arrested. What? Say what? He's arrested now, Kelsey? Man, if somebody sees that, please send that to me. Please send that to me. If you're on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, by the way. It's a lot easier to send me stuff that way, too. So if that is actually true, hold up. That officer has been arrested, though? I don't see it, but let me see. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Gotta love this breaking news information stuff. Let's see. I don't see anything about anyone being arrested, about I don't see anything about a police officer being arrested so far. So if that is true, then someone please send me the Carfax. Send me the receipts. I want to see that. You can email it to me. You can message it to me. Just let me know where you send it so I can look for it. Because if you're sending it on TikTok, I'm not going to see it. So because I don't normally go look for TikToks. Okay. So please let me know. Okay. I was going to say no one's been arrested yet. So that is not true. What we know right now, as I go back to our regularly scheduled program here, what we know right now is that this particular individual right here, Preston Hemphill, has been relieved of his duties as a police officer. Now, does that mean that he is going to catch charges? We don't know. Okay. He hasn't been arrested so far, but someone just said they sent me something via. Yeah, it doesn't say. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about him being arrested. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so Kelsey, thank you so much for the 5. But yes, he has been removed. He has not been, just like I said in the title. But I appreciate it. All right, it's all good. You got excited. It is what it is. Okay, so let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, let's get into this. All right. So as I was saying before, okay, let me get back into this. So let's see. Okay, so the DA has confirmed that they have charged 5 officers in the demise of Nichols, 29, last week before releasing the horrifying body cam footage as of the actual event. Okay, now we have Martin the Third, Smith, Bean, Haley, Mills were all seen attacking and kicking the FedEx driver as he lay on the floor after they pepper sprayed him in the face. And we already know about all the gruesome information about all that. Okay. Since the footage has been released, there have been questions raised over who were on the scene but failed to intervene. All 5 officers have been charged with second-degree M. Now, the thing is, we already know about the second-degree M, 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault, 2 counts of official misconduct, and official oppression. Okay? Now, this is really interesting because this kind of bleeds into the conversation that I was about to have, or that I'm going to talk to you guys about. Second degree M. Now, this could very well be different for one of these officers. And you ask, what do you mean? Well, let me get into it in just a second. Jennifer Coleman, thank you so much for the 10. We've got a bigger problem when incidents are knowingly being recorded and they don't care that everyone can see it. Absolutely. DMA and CCTV video cam records M's now, and it's not stopping. Hello? Now, you're absolutely right. They're putting out this stuff. Clearly, there's footage everywhere. Clearly, there's footage everywhere of people. They know that there's cameras everywhere. They're going to be caught somehow. But then I also think that people in the heat of the moment don't even think about the consequences at that time, or don't even realize that they're a part, that there could be a camera somewhere. They're not conscious of those things, right? They don't realize that, that cell phone pings can go off, so on and so forth. That there could be somebody in the bushes filming, right? As gunshots are going off, and a young female rapper gets shot in the foot, and the person who's out on the side of the street may not even know who that person is from afar, but is filming anyway. You know what I mean? And it could also be a street lamp camera that's just sitting there that has a remote control head, right? And suddenly that camera pans over and just films from a bird's eye view of the last moments of some man's life. And yet no one is considerate. No one puts that in consideration. It's very strange. Again, these guys who are part of the Scorpion unit, most definitely, okay, most definitely turned into, they literally believed that they were above the law. They literally thought that this was the typical everyday procedure. We're going to take care of this, and this is how we're going to get it done, so on and so forth. They gave 2 damns about this young man's life. They were following regular procedure, whatever that procedure is. But it obviously is brute, unadulteratedly violent force. I'm telling you now, and I said it on last night's show, this is not the only moment. This is not the only time that they have maybe beat somebody within a half an inch of their life, dragging them in all bloody and everything. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you guys that. But that's what the chief of police wanted when she created the Scorpion unit. Some of those guys, okay? Some of those men that became officers, they even changed certain things, certain guidelines and rules, just so that they can have those guys become officers. They changed the rules and moved that they literally moved the goalpost for some of these officers who already had tarnished pasts, just so that they could become officers and become part of the Scorpion unit. That says a lot, in my personal opinion. Okay? That says a lot, y'all. That says a lot. So let's talk about this. I highlighted this second degree M. Well, this could very well be a change for one of these officers. Second degree M could move up to first degree M. Why, you ask? Because there's now a rumor flying out here in the rumor mill. Understandably, everyone wants to know what the hell's going on. Everyone wants to know the truth. Everyone wants to know why, all that stuff. But there now is a rumor flying around that says something kind of like this. And you can't see it here because the print is so damn small. But it says, was Tyre Nichols involved with Memphis PD officer's wife? Rumor goes rampant after dashcam video sparks protests, right? And of course, there have been quite a bit of protests. So far, from what I've seen, they've been fairly peaceful, fairly good, right? Nothing too crazy. But we've all been wondering the same question. Was this personal? Did he know one of the officers? Did he know any of the officers? Why was he pulled over and attacked so viciously over a routine traffic stop? And why was it Scorpion unit that was pulling him over? Why not just a regular good old-fashioned Memphis PD officer just doing his regular thing, pulling people over for speeding and all that? Why Scorpion unit? Now, I understand the rumors. I understand why people are running amok with this theory and going, this could make sense, right? That could make sense, yeah. I can see why. Because of how targeted, how laser focused they were on this one man. Now, the other thing too, let's not forget too, we still have not seen any footage of a car swerving on the road. We have yet to see any footage of the car swerving into a squad car, an unmarked squad car. We have no proof of any of those things. Zero. We just have the word from one of the officers. Oh, he was just running. He just ran into me. Oh, he just ran into this. He swerved into me and blah, blah, blah. So I had to pull him over. You cut him off in the middle of the street and acted like he had like 50 kilos or something. Like he was moving some serious weight or something. And yet, we said it even last night, the chief of police still even says we have no proof of reckless driving. We have no proof of these things. Zero. So now there's this rumor that's flying like crazy, saying that maybe he was having some sort of affair, or that one of the Memphis PD officers' wives or girlfriends or baby mamas was having an affair with Tyre Nichols, which caused this chaos. I'm going to get into it in a little bit. And I will say this too. If this is remotely true, if this is anywhere true, because they're saying that it's this man right here that allegedly, this is the rumor. They're saying that this man right here, this dude right here, this officer of one of the five was the one that has the wife or the baby mama, and that he went after this dude because he found out that Tyre was having this thing. Now, let me say this, okay? This is rumor. I haven't seen any truth behind this, y'all. I haven't seen any truth behind this, period. But for some odd reason, the rumor mill is running amok with this. Again, I have yet to see anything being this true. Now, if this is true, this is first degree M then. That this guy or whoever it is would be catching first degree M. But right now, we have yet to hear any of that. The charges still, as we speak right now, take a look. The charges that are still out here are all five officers have been charged with second degree M, aggravated A, 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, 2 counts of official misconduct, and official oppression. Not once have we heard any of these charges be anything bigger than second degree M. So let's do the math, y'all. If this is actually true, why isn't one of the officers catching first degree M? Why aren't they? And this is ridiculous. Because right now, there's nothing out here to show us proof positive that this is true about the rumor. So this is the reason why I'm bringing it up. I'm not trying to continue to spread it. I'm asking everyone that is spreading this rumor to think for a second. Think for a second. And wait for the actual truth to come out. Because we have yet to hear what really is the reason why they pulled this man over. And suddenly it's because he was smashing one of the officers' baby mamas? Yet we have heard nothing from anyone so far. Nothing. And by the way, it still does not justify what happened. Still doesn't justify what happened to this young man. This young man still lost his life. Still lost his life. Regardless, those guys should be catching those charges anyway. And in my personal opinion, some of them should be catching first degree. Regardless if it's a extramarital affair type situation or if it's him just getting singled out for some weird reason and they just had they just really wanted to hurt somebody that day. Regardless, some of those guys should be catching first degree. And if he was out here knocking the boots, that still doesn't mean that this man should not be on this planet anymore. Because not every single officer knew exactly what was going on. Let's keep it 100. You got a dude, okay, let's talk about this rumor, okay? Let's chop it up about this rumor real quick, just for a second. Now, if the rumor is anywhere remotely true, you're telling me every single person that pulled up to that intersection initially, you're telling me every single last one of them knew about this alleged affair? Every single one. You're even telling me that this man right here, you're telling me Preston, Horde 26, you really think Horde 26 really knew about an alleged extramarital affair? And that's why he pulled out his taser and tased this young man? Do you really think that they pulled all those guys pulled up and everything escalated to 1,000%? And they did all that stuff all because of an extramarital affair? Really, though? Then they chased him down, held him against his will, did unthinkable things, horrendous things to him, all because he was having an extramarital affair? All of them? All of them. You tell me all of them knew? Even the EMTs that were standing on the side and just watching him as he leaked out, basically dying? They knew about the extramarital affair? All I'm saying is I want to see the Carfax. Show me the receipts. Show me the proof. I want to see the proof. Before this rumor goes absolutely crazy. To me, all those officers showed their true colors. Period. Every single last one of them, including Horde 26. All of them showed their true colors. And it had nothing to do with anything that had anything remotely surrounding a extramarital affair. Now, I know that there are things are circulating around this. People are talking about this and all that. And if this comes up and they show proof, like I said, I want to see the proof. But it was eating away at me when I saw this yesterday. And then I'm starting to see even more people starting to talk about it. I even got mentioned or tagged into a TikTok about this, and I'm looking into it and I'm sitting there going, I ain't seen nothing that proves that this is true. And if it is true, I will be on here and be like, okay, I was waiting for the proof. I was waiting for the actual facts. And I'll be the first to be like, okay, fine. I was wrong, right? But I don't believe it. Not yet, at least. And I know we all want it to be super salacious and get all crazy and stuff, but that doesn't mean that is, it doesn't mean it's the truth. I just want to see the Carfax. Okay? And then if it is absolutely true, because there's still a corner of my brain, there's still a corner of my heart that's holding to see if media, law enforcement will release more information, show more proof, show more truth of what really happened. Because the origin story does not make sense. The math does not math at all. It's not equating at all. All right? But we can't automatically assume it's because of an extramarital affair. It could be that, but it could be so many other things too, right? And if it does have something to do with that, we need to see them bring that up, saying one of the officers has now gotten a new charge because, even Tara Lynn just said it, it would be first degree, and because it's also premeditated. This person went out, found out that this alleged affair was going down, found out his information, knew he was in this particular area, or at least lived in this particular area, pulled him over because he knew his make, the car, the whatever, his description. And then they beat the daylights out of him. Now, of course, there's the rumor out here. People are talking about it too. They're saying that one of the officers actually went, and I could have sworn I saw it in the video too, which is one of the reasons why I'm holding one part of me is like, you never know that the streets are talking, and maybe what they're saying in the streets is true. But I don't remember seeing this. But allegedly, one of the officers walked up to Tyre after he had been attacked. He was leaning up against the car, and this officer walked up and took a photo of his face. And allegedly, within this rumor is that he sent this photo to his wife or his baby mama, whatever. Basically showing like, see what I did. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that in the video. I remember so many other things, but I do not remember an officer leaning in and taking a photo. But I think one of the reasons why people are letting this percolate is there have been things that have been said online on the social medias, basically saying that, oh yeah, I'm close friends within this such and such, and this person, Tyre, was working at the same FedEx that this officer's BM was working at as well. Baby mama, like I said, where is the proof? Show me the receipts, because I want to see that too. And again, I will say this too. Notice that anytime that there is a true crime or huge moment, right? There is always new rumors that pop off. It'll be fake audio. It'll be a doxed photo. It'll be, just ridiculous-ish, right? And I'm going, we're already into this already? Now, again, if it's true, shoot, I would be the first to be like, all right, it was true. Man, my inquisitive ass is wrong, right? But then I keep wondering, yeah, yes, Illuminati, exactly. Fake screaming like the Idaho 4. See what I'm saying? So a part of me automatically looks at that and goes, y'all, these rumors that are coming out here, y'all, like, how true is this, yo? We got people who are making up all kinds of stuff, man. We got people making fake accounts, right? Fake narratives out here. You got the Dre and Vaughn situation. I've been keeping a watch on that too. The narrative that was told in the past to what the narrative is told now, it's mind-blowing, right? And then we see something like this, where it's a young man that did not deserve to lose his life. And now this happens. Now we're hearing this other piece, and I'm like, and it's been going out. Okay, this story is going out there. Kayla, exactly. Fake GoFundMes. Oh my God. Yeah. People making fake stuff so that they can grab a bag or for some ridiculous clout just to throw people off. It's absolutely insane. Okay? So there's a lot going on here. And when we see these stories, to me, I don't know if I absolutely believe it. Okay? Because again, we have yet to see any proof of any truth around this at all. Okay? So people are starting to circulate and put out certain information saying that there's a rumor that Nichols might have been involved with the wife of one of the officers who have been arrested for his demise. And we already know about the 5 officers. Okay. And of course, they were newly hired to be a part of this group called the Scorpion Unit, with a focus on high impact crimes. Of course, they were all fired last week, taken into custody on Thursday. Each faces charges of second-degree M. We already read all that to you guys. Although there have been no official word by any possible motives behind the actions of the officers, the rumor that he might be romantically involved with one of the alleged unaliver's wives went rampant on the internet. And this is real. This is not a lie. This is very much something that's going out here. People are talking about this at great lengths. All right. So this saying, Tyre was having an affair with one of the officer's wives. One of the Twitter users said, while another noted Tyre Nichols' initial stop video, some people are saying this happened because he was also dealing with one of the officer's wives. Another wrote, I'm a born and raised Memphian, I guess, with friends in law enforcement. This is one of them that I've seen. Okay. I have heard about people close to MPD. Tyre Nichols was indeed involved with an officer's wife. The officers were actively looking for him prior to the stop. Tyre apparently bolted when he recognized one of them. So that's what he's saying. What? You see what I'm saying? That's absolutely insane to me. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. But see, that's the thing. I agree. Repurposed art, regardless of the rumors, it's not normal to yank out of your car, to be yanked out of your car and cuffed for a traffic violation. You're pulled over as asked to show ID and insurance. Need to know their rights. And I agree. Okay. And I agree. And but that's the thing though. And y'all, please be kind. All right. In the chat, if there's some issue. All right. But at the same time, that's the most ridiculous part that I've ever seen. It's the rumors that are flying like crazy. And I guess, again, I'd really like to see more proof, I'd like to see more proof and more Carfax. All right. More receipts about this. All right. Now, I will say this too. I know I asked the multiple questions a second ago, but as far as the Scorpion unit, because let's show you guys Horde 26 again. Okay, Preston. Let's look at Preston. Is Preston part of the Scorpion unit? Now that's something that I'd like to know. Because if he is part of the Scorpion unit, for example, then I could see maybe them knowing something and maybe they just wanted to scare the heck out of this dude, out of Tyre, right? But then of course it went obviously way too far. Excessive use, etc., over the top, so on and so forth, right? Now, there is that possibility. But and Mega Million 1990, thank you so much for being a member for the past 5 months. I'm afraid it's She said, I'm afraid it's true, Pascal. Now, Mega Million, if it is true, then please send me the information because I have yet to see if that is actually true. Okay. And the questions are still, I don't know. To me, there's many questions I have, and I don't think any of it have been answered yet. Why was he pulled over? Why was he? And of course, I can see why people are going to be running rampant with these ideas and with these theories, and with these rumors. But do we have the receipts yet? No. Let's keep it real. And Doris just said, "Ooh, I just hit the wrong one. Hold on." Comments are coming in, and I will slow it down here in a second. Doris Martin just said he's a wannabe Scorpion. Maybe he is a wannabe Scorpion. That could also be it too. And I mean, you never know. You never know. Hey, we still got to play that other side of the fence too. Maybe there is a connection here, right? Maybe those guys all knew and that they were just trying to scare the ish out of the guy. Finding out that this guy was cheating on was part of this extramarital affair thing. Maybe not. Okay. But I like I said, I need to see more proof. And so when it comes to these rumors, this is the time when you sit back and you go, let me see the Carfax. Show me the Carfax. Show me receipts. Show me the proof. Show me the truth. Because allegedly, there were posts that were made by other sergeants in other departments, not within Memphis, but outside of Memphis, posting things about this rumor. Then they were reprimanded or they were in trouble and they were told to take those comments down or those posts down, basically saying exactly what I'm telling you right here. That Tyre was involved in something with an officer's baby mama. Officer was not very happy about it and basically brought his whole team to take matters into their own hands. And then, of course, he unfortunately, tragically lost his life. But again, at the end of the day, that still does not justify any of the treatment that this young man received. Not one. Okay? Yvonne Hates Injustice said, if your wife having an affair, then divorce her and move on. You don't commit M. They are police, supposed to serve and protect. It's disgusting. Absolutely. And that's if that's true. Okay? I'm just being real. That's if this story is true. And I'm hearing people talk about it like crazy. Y'all out here on the internet streets chopping it up, talking about this, and I'm going, okay, where's the proof? Show me the proof, man. I just want to see the proof. All right? Yazela, thank you so much for the $5 Cash App. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. But let me see. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Yeah. Nothing so far. But again, rumor. But guys, please, if you appreciate the conversation and all that, because we talk about everything on here, and if it's to bring awareness to what's being talked about, we talk about it, right? Or like what's about, like if there's awareness that needs to be brought up about a rumor that's running around here, or speculations and whatnot, we talk about those things on here. You know what I mean? But to me, I'm going, I need to see more proof. That's just me. I need more proof before I go all the way in on this. Okay? Because this is what happens when you go into the rumors and you go into the speculation world. You come back out with nothing. You come back out with not the truth. And then you hear the truth and you're like, oh, it wasn't that guy, or it wasn't that situation. It was something completely different, right? So I want to see the Carfax. I want proof before anything else. Okay. But please, guys, hit that like button down below. Do me that favor. Hit that. Love to see it go past 1K if you appreciate the conversation. All right. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. That would really, really mean a lot to me as well. And consider becoming a member of the family. All right. That would be great as well. All right. Lynn, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Okay. But I do have some other things I want to show you guys as well, which I'm going to pull up here. because we, of course, need to look at a few more things, y'all. Some other things right quick, because they matter as well. And I will say this, if this is true, who's protecting us? What kind of people are out here doing this? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Witchy Gemini said, member for 5. Oh, she's been a member for 5 months. Thank you so much. This is beyond evil. What the hell is happening to people? Absolutely. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Like, even today, there was even yesterday during mass, there was another incident where somebody came out with firearms, 2 people trying to take aim at people in a church, y'all. In a church. So people can't even go to church. We already know there have been some incidents and tragedies in churches, but come on, y'all. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around all this stuff. And Maureen says, just a horrible rumor. You know what? Hold up. Let me put this poll in, because I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on this. All right. Keeping it simple. I just said, do you think the rumor is true? Okay. So that is at the top of the chat. By all means, put in your votes right away. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Okay. And let me get this too before it gets away. Athletics 510. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. I appreciate you. All right. I appreciate you. Peachy Queen said, and his camera flashed. I mean, maybe you had a second. Maybe this is the second part of another piece that you said. Yup. Peachy Queen said cop bent down to take the pic and the flash went off. And the camera flashed. See, now this is the part when I want to go back to the video, to that actual video, which I might do. So stay tight or stick around. I'm not showing the violent and graphic parts, but I may pull up that part just so we can see if it is. See, and that's the thing. Is that not, or is it, or is it not? Right? A camera, because they are a lot of times just pulling up their flashlights and just flashing the light into his face, maybe to make sure that he's still breathing, that he's still alive at that moment. But still, like, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a difference between a camera, like a phone camera flash, and an actual. Their flashlights are like super bright and they take up all kinds of space. So, yeah. See, Yzella just said it too. We all know that camera flash, though. We all know it. Okay. So I will be pulling that up here in a second. I promise you that. But I did want to pull up this quick video. All right. To share with you guys. So let's take a look at this before we open up, because I'd have to go and scrub through the footage and all that to see what is what. But as you remember, these cops are out here chilling. They were out there chilling the cut, lighting their cigarettes and all that stuff. They were chilling. But we're gonna take a look at that in just a minute. Okay. Let me show you guys this video right quick. Let's take a look at this. Hit the number 1. Let me know you guys can hear this. All right, let's rock and roll.
Good evening, America. So tonight, we begin in Memphis with the disturbing footage of 5 black police officers beating Tyre Nichols to death. But before he was a victim, Tyre was a father. Tyre loved skateboarding. He was an artist, a photographer who loved capturing the sunset. His mother said he was on his way home from taking pictures of the sky on the night of January the 7th. He called for his mother just hours later. Watch out! So according to one friend, the 29-year-old wanted to be a police officer himself. Now, I've been inundated by folks asking for my take, my opinion, but this goes so far beyond just one point of view. Law enforcement officers in Tennessee and across the country, frankly, are absolutely appalled by the countless policies these former officers ignored. They were members of the now disbanded elite unit, but they broke basic safety protocols. It just makes you question what happened before the camera started rolling, because they arrived at the scene totally out of control. Calls are growing louder for better police training. And yes, there is a need for that, but these men failed in simple policing 101. I'm not sure training would help them here. They've dishonored their badge. And while they face punishment for their crimes, it's their fellow officers who will face the fallout. Now, we know there are still conversations still to be had, because at its core, what happened to Tyre isn't a cop issue. It's a humanity issue. His life had zero value to them. And there is a racial component, even if both the victim and perpetrator of this heinous crime are Black. And despite what you may hear from the liberal media, it's not about white supremacy. We can't ignore the complicated relationship between cops and Black America. But these cops were Black and blue. They were supposed to bridge the gap. Instead, they further strained an already fractured relationship. The death of Tyre Nichols will fuel more rage, more cops leaving the job, more hateful rhetoric, if we let it. But I implore you, America, there's a silver lining here, if we choose to look for it. Justice worked, our system worked, if we trust in it. These officers were fired and charged immediately. There was no doubt, no hesitation, and we should applaud that swift action. What we can't control is how these disgraceful officers have hurt the American family. But it's up to us to decide how we react. It is up to us to decide how we heal. We'll do that tonight.
Hey, Sean.
First off, let me say this. Yeah, Fox is foxing hard in that video. I even wonder if he even wrote that personally. But that's another conversation in itself. When he goes into the stuff later on, I'm not obviously I'm not a big fan, especially the kind of rhetoric that they put out on there, especially around this particular topic. It is kind of crazy. It's just crazy. I'll just say that it's just crazy. For someone to the way they spin things and they try to make it seem like something else than what it is. And then where he says there's a silver lining in this if we choose to see it. No offense, but what silver lining do you see? What silver lining? Where's the? Can somebody tell me where the silver lining is? I don't see it. I really don't. I see a problem on top of a problem on top of a problem that keeps on happening over and over and over again. I feel like we're in Groundhog's Day. Personally, it's the same story. It's just a different name. Or is it different number of police officers involved? Okay. Or the race of the cop is different than before. But the hashtags are all the same. And I don't mean that in that Tyre's or George Floyd's life don't matter. They absolutely 110% true, absolutely 110% do. But at the same time, if you see this, it's a new hashtag. It could be every year, it could be every month, it could be every 2 years. It doesn't matter. Still the same. So you tell me, I don't even know this guy's name. I really don't. But who, where is the silver lining if we choose to see it? And I'm a half glass full kind of dude. I try to stay as positive as I can because that's just how my lookout in life is too. But where's the silver lining? This young man will not continue fathering his child. This young man will not continue skateboarding and living his life, enjoying beautiful sunsets and taking photographs of those things. Where's the silver lining? You choose to see a silver lining. I'm sorry. You're putting a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. And what's crazy is that you're using the same size bandage, except that bullet wound seems to just get bigger and bigger and bigger every single time we have a new hashtag. Justice for Breonna, justice for George Floyd, justice for Tyre Nichols. It happens time and time again. So where's the silver lining? Where is it? Because as much as they now media, because it's a thing right now, they will tend to go, oh, what will we do now? What can we do now to save the community from police brutality? Every single time they do this, every time that someone loses their life, media starts talking about it. And then something else happens. And just like a dog when they see a squirrel, their focus changes. Goes off, squirrel, and we're off over here. We're talking about that next huge story. Yet we still have young men and women out here in these streets dying. So I keep asking, when is that going to change? Because let's be real. He says silver lining. Where is the silver lining? Where's the light at the end of that dark tunnel with this situation? Nothing has changed. We have 5 now. No, let's not forget. We have 6 officers that have all lost their jobs. 5 of them have been caught with charges. Majority of them getting 2nd degree M for the loss of this man's life, because this man lost his life in the hands of these 5. And there were more than just those 5. There were EMTs, 2 of them. There was the Horde 26. Okay? That's 8 people right there that were involved. 8, y'all, that were involved, that stood by and watched him leak out, taking his very last breaths. And this dude talking about silver lining. Come on, man. I got more. Oh, I got more, y'all. I got more. But I'm just saying, the only way we're going to actually see silver lining is when there is some change in policing, is when they stop approaching every single last one of us like we are an absolute death threat. When they don't use excessive force on us just because we're taking photos in a of a sunset and driving our asses back home to our mama. That's when it's gonna change. Oh, and let's not forget, Stacey Scruggs, accountability. And you know what another form of accountability is? Is when they actually learn from their lessons, learn from their wrongs, use these as extremely crucial, teachable moments, and make changes, drastic changes in their approach to law-abiding citizens in this country. That's another form of accountability. Not only going, yep, well, sorry, but better luck next time. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Damn. And then you do it again 2 years later. Shoot, a month later. No, accountability is changing, fixing those wrongs and pushing forward and being productive. That's another sign of accountability. But they didn't do that. Because every week, it feels like we have a new person losing their life or unjustifiably getting shot because the person had their hands up or they were holding a cell phone. Doesn't make sense. But see, that's the thing, though. Then you see the other side of law enforcement that do really dope, amazing things, too. Because I'm not here trying to bash all police. Hell no, I'm not saying that at all. When the police are doing everything by the book and doing everything right, they do some amazing stuff. We've had missing person cases be solved. Very unthinkable cases like the Idaho 4 slowly but surely getting dismantled and getting solved because they did their job and they did it by the book, not sloppy or anything of that sort. But then you still have these bad cops, some of them out here. There's a couple in each department, it seems like, influencing the next, influencing the future. Influencing the future hard 26s out here that just really want to be a part of it as well. So then they learn, ooh, I could just be bad too. I am a cop. I'm above the law. Hard 26. It's ridiculous. Jeff H., thank you so much for the 5. What's up? Public focuses on race too much. Need to focus on when a human in authority places too low a value on the human they're engaged with. Yes, there is a lot of the focus on race, absolutely. And I understand what that commentator was saying, okay? That yes, this situation is different. But it's not, right? Because it's still the same situation. It's still police brutality. Just because they're all 5, majority of them right now, let's not forget hard 26. But majority of them are black. But they were all black police officers. All of them. All of them are police officers, and they all believe that they're above the law. Period. And that's not right. It's not. I got more for you guys. I got mo. Okay? I got a few mo. And please, guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to do that, okay? Hit it. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button, all right? That would be greatly appreciated, okay? That'd be greatly appreciated in this, all right? Hold on, guys. Got some more stuff. Okay. So this information is interesting too, and this has to do with the actual chief of police, Chief C.J. Davis. Now, this has a little bit to do with her background, her story, her past, and all that as well. So I wanted to share this with you guys real quick as well, which I found very interesting. Okay, so Tyre Nichols' case, Memphis police chief, was once fired from Atlanta Police Department. And you might be wondering why. Why was she oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. That's annoying. Let me grab this. But she was once fired from a previous job. Okay? So, why? Because she was in Atlanta and she lost her job after a botched S-crime probe. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Before she moved on to Memphis, which is fascinating enough. So the chief of police in Memphis, in charge of the 5 officers who fatally beat and tasered motorist Tyre, was fired from a previous law enforcement job after a botched probe. So C.J. Davis became the first female police chief in Memphis history in 2021 and is currently in the international spotlight after 5, of course, we already know about this recent incident. She was fired from Atlanta Police Department in 2001 for her alleged involvement in a S-crime investigation into the husband of an Atlanta police sergeant, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. 2 detectives accused Davis of telling them not to investigate Terrell Marion Crane, who was married to Sergeant Tanya Crane, after the police department obtained photos of him with, I can't even say that out loud. You can read it. With, yeah. A federal grand jury later indicted Crane on CP. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of CP in 2009, the newspaper reported. The indictment was issued after Atlanta police took no action in the case, and a subsequent investigation by the city pointed to Davis as the reason. Let me go back to why, one more time, why the reason things were pointed at her. Interesting, right? She told so the 2 detectives that were investigating into this probe accused Davis of telling them not to investigate. Not to investigate. Hold back. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Then later, this particular piece of work was later indicted on CP. And he pleaded guilty on 1 count in 2009. Okay. So they indicted the issue after Atlanta police took no action in the case, and a subsequent investigation by the city pointed to Davis as the reason. Davis was demoted from major from major to lieutenant before being fired from the force that she joined in 2008. So this is a thing. This woman who has stepped forward and is like, hey, we are going to go in. We're taking such and such. We're doing this, that, and the third with the Scorpion unit. We are going to be transparent and completely exposed with all this. Maybe she learned her lesson. I don't know. Maybe she learned her lesson and said, I'm going to get straight up and be honest. Maybe I'm going to step forward. I'm going to say the truth and all that now, because she had learned it before. She learned her lesson before. Now, I'm not justifying anything. All I'm saying is this is a cop. This is a chief of police that was chief of police in Atlanta. She told her people that were investigating into this probe not to not investigate on this situation, even though this person was doing something as disgusting as containing CP, y'all. And now she's the chief of police in Memphis. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Now, hold on, though. Give me 2 seconds. One second. Now, what's interesting is that there was another unit that she created, or that was created in Atlanta. And I am trying to find out, I am trying to remember, it just popped in my head just now. I'm also trying to remember the actual name of that actual unit that she had in Atlanta. And it was a lot like Scorpion. It was a lot like Scorpion, where, you know, Red Dog. Thank you. Hold up. Red. Thank you. Thank you, Carly. Thank you, Aunt Waneka. Thank you, McMickens. Thank you, Goddess Diva. Goddess Diva said, yes, Red Dog. Yes. So let's get into it, okay? Somebody, Queen Kimberly said, Red Dog. Yes. So let's get into this, shall we? Now, this is very interesting too, okay? But it says here, okay, so obviously this police chief in this investigation, in this current investigation, once served on infamous Red Dog unit. Okay. And of course, she was fired for this crime scandal, but then she got her job back. She was reinstated. Okay. I don't know how she finessed that one, y'all, but she was able to finesse it somehow. Okay. Now, hold on. I got a couple super chats. Let me grab these really, really quick. And I think we have a new member. I think we have a new member too. And I appreciate it, y'all. You know, these topics, it gets really tough because they don't, you know, the powers that be don't like these conversations. So I appreciate the support nonetheless. Jeff H, thank you so much for the 5. Once the handcuffs are on, are the police not permitted to be as rough at that point? Did it seem like they didn't want to get the handcuffs on? You know, it didn't look like he had handcuffs on in the video until the very, very end. Clearly, they were holding him up. They were grabbing his hands. And what's crazy is when they had when one of the guys had that baton and they were hitting him and saying, "Give me your hands, give me your hands, give me your hands." The cops had his arms. His hands were down behind him. So he was getting whooped, literally. Sorry for saying that, but he was getting whooped with an actual nightstick or a baton, metal, by these guys. But his hands were behind him. There was nothing he could do. It's insane, okay? Just insane. We're going to get into this article. Give me 2 seconds. Just need to get to this member. Shout out to this member, and I appreciate it. Elmo27, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Thank you so very much. And just like Elmo, you can literally hit that join button and consider becoming part of the family. I really do appreciate it. Let's get into this, okay? Because Red Dog is the same type of unit that they created for Memphis. But instead of it being called Red Dog, it was called Scorpion. Okay? So let's get into this. Oh, dang, small print for that. Okay. We already know that of course she's currently in charge of investigating Tyre Nichols unaliving. Now one of the questions I do have to ask before we go into the Red Dog thing is, how trustworthy is this chief? We got to ask it. How trustworthy is this woman right here? How trustworthy? Is she going to go expose everything? Did she learn from her lessons of telling investigators that were doing an internal probe into into a sergeant's husband's stuff, right? And his stuff, you get what I'm saying? She told him not to investigate. That's why she was demoted. Not even fired, not even terminated. Demoted. Then she got reinstated. Now she's in Memphis, chief of police of Memphis, and now she is heading the investigation of this tragedy. I'll just ask it. Is she someone that can be trusted? Is it fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, what, you can never fool me again type of situation? Or did she learn her lesson and now she's changed? I don't know. But I'll leave that up to y'all. And real quick, I see in the 700 votes so far, the poll is still at the top of the chat right now. So go. Do you believe if the rumor is true or not? Please put in your votes. That would really, really mean a lot. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Okay? Let's get it past 1K. That would be amazing. And for those of y'all who haven't done, so hit that like button. Don't forget to do that real quick. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right? That would really mean a lot. You're missing out on the greatest family on this side of these YouTube streets. All right? So hit that subscribe button. All right? We're almost at 90. We're almost in the 90s, baby. Okay? We're almost there. So please consider hitting that subscribe button and join the family. That would be amazing. Okay? We're almost in the 90s. We're almost at living single. We're almost there. Okay? So come on. Okay? And Fresh Prince. Let's be real. So let's get into this, okay? All right. So, of course, we already know she's in charge of investigating the Tyre Nichols unaliving. Now, before taking over as the chief of MPD, she started her career with the Atlanta Police Department. In 2006, Davis served as the commander of the APD's infamous Red Dog Unit. The unit was started in the late 1980s to combat the drug crews that initiated violence in urban communities. Red Dog Unit was known as for its aggressive tactics when it came to arrests and fighting crimes. Okay. 2011, Mayor Kasim Reed disbanded the Red Dog Unit due to a multiple of accusations of excessive force. I'm going to highlight that so you guys can see that one more time. And I'm going to read it. But the mayor of that at that time in 2011 disbanded the Red Dog Unit due to a multitude of accusations of excessive force, police brutality, illegal searches, and a violation of civil rights. Does this sound familiar, y'all? Does this sound familiar, babies? Because to me, it does. To me, it most definitely does. 10 years later, the Memphis PD would create a similar unit called Scorpion, Street Crimes Operation to Restore Peace in Our Neighborhoods. The unit consisted of 40 police officers split into 4 teams assigned to control high crime areas, mostly predominantly Black. The unit initially received praise from politicians, including Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland, who said the unit had made 390 felony arrests and helped decrease the crime rate by 12%. However, following Nichols' death, the unit was disbanded. Now, very interesting. I'll read this part again just so you guys have a nice little refresher, okay? But Davis was fired, chief of Memphis PD. She was fired from the APD in 2008 after she told two detectives, or after two detectives revealed that she told them not to investigate Terrell Crane, who was accused of having images of himself with UA or UG. I'm sorry. I can't even say that phrase. Crane was the husband of Davis's co-worker, Tanya Crane. In terms of the Tyre Nichols investigation in Memphis, Davis responded to the disbanding of Scorpion Unit by saying, "It is the best interest of all to permanently deactivate the Scorpion Unit to take proactive steps in the healing process." Now, Scorpion existed when she basically rolled into town, okay? When she was chief of police, Scorpion was erected. It only existed for about a year, but she was part of the Red Dog unit that was in Atlanta, and they had a multitude of accusations of excessive force, police brutality, illegal searches, and a violation of human rights. Doesn't that sound familiar? And let me say this too, y'all. Now, and I'm just going to ask this to the fam. You tell me what you think on this, all right? Scorpion. Does force in high crime areas, is that the best approach? Do you breed officers that are ruthless, that take no BS, that use fear in those high crime areas? Do you breed that for that? I guess my question is, when it comes to trying to eradicate drugs and crime and all the crazy stuff that happens in high crime areas, is it better to have a unit that lives off of excessive force or not? Is it better to have dirty cops that are willing to do whatever it takes to eradicate the stuff in that area? Or is it better to have somebody or cops that stay within the law? Just a question, okay? And I think that's a question that that's a question that everybody asks. You know what I mean? Like, we all see those TV shows and those movies of like the detective that he's, the hard-boiled character, he's like the anti-hero. He does things extremely unorthodox, but he still gets his man. You know what I'm saying? He breaks the law. He might break a few fingers and stuff like that just to get an answer, get the truth. Does a little dirty so he can get closer to the source, or closer to the person who did such thing, or the person who, get to the source, to the main person who has all the drugs or whatever, right? We see it in the movies. But then when you think about it in real life, is it better to do that? Is it better to have a bunch of dirty Harrys out there? Or no? And of course, that's a question I have, like Queen Kimberly said, Miami Vice. Absolutely. Yeah, it's like Miami Vice, right? And maybe that's what they realized, or maybe that's what they were trying to do. Because remember, I told you guys, and this is true, within the Scorpion unit, some of these officers should not even have been officers. Some of those guys, some of those 5, they have a tarnished background. Absolutely tarnished background. Okay? Like, for example, had tarnished backgrounds. And they were willing to move. And they were willing to move. That was loud. And they were willing to move the goalpost for some of these guys just so that they can be part of the squad. Okay? But let me show you guys this. For example, we're not going to go into the article, but take a look at this. Blammo. Memphis cop Demetrius Haley, who is charged in this case, in this tragedy, all right, previously beat up an inmate. Ex-prisoner alleges. Oh, Lord. Wrong one. But there's other pieces out here of information, right? There's other pieces of information that have been leaking out like crazy about this, showing that these guys have tarnished backgrounds, y'all. Absolutely horrendous, mind-blowing stories that you're like, wow, that's a true thing? This guy really did that? And he's still a cop? How's that even possible? Okay? But that's real, y'all. That's real. I got another video for you guys real quick. Just trying to grab it. 2 seconds, y'all. There are people that have spoken out in talking about their encounters with Scorpion. So let me show you guys that. Shall we?
The 5 fired Memphis police officers hadn't been with MPD long, and police haven't told.
Hold on, guys. Let me show you guys this too. And definitely hit the number 1. Let me know you guys can hear this. Let's rock and roll. Say that again. So he gets pulled over because he was getting a pizza. And these guys assumed, these dudes really assumed that he was up to no good, that he had some stuff in his car, that he had some weight, that he was moving some weight. Then he said, well, let me talk to my lawyer, because he's sitting there going, what are you talking about? I just went to go get a pizza. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything like that. What drugs? I ain't got nothing. Let me talk to my lawyer. Then they said, nah. They really said, nah. You don't need no lawyer. So then they continue to push. And then later on, maybe they went and found out there was nothing in the car. And then that's when they're like, oh, we playing. Yo, man, keep going, man. We just playing. April Fools. It ain't April, though. Does that make sense? I'm going to roll that back just a little bit so you guys can hear that in the nosebleed seats. But this is his encounter with Scorpion. Another innocent dude, unarmed, just a pizza. The amount of brute, excessive force is absolutely astounding to me. And given the fact that we now have somebody who has been subjected to that kind of harassment, talking about it and going, hey, I was sitting there trying to say what's up and all that stuff. Like I was trying to tell him, like, hey, I didn't have anything to do with this. I'm just here having getting a pizza. I'm just trying to go home. Isn't that familiar? Same thing that this young man did too. I'm just trying to go home. Yo, you guys are going way, this is going way too far, guys. I'm just trying to go home. What the hell is this? I'm just trying to go home. Sound familiar, don't it? Except they didn't allow for any chance for this guy to have a lawyer. Not at all. They decided to become judge, jury, and eventually executioner on this young man who did from what we know so far, did nothing wrong. Nothing. Now, as far as this rumor, let me say this. Let's wait until we actually get the facts. I don't see anything that shows me otherwise so far. But at the same time, I have been wrong a million times, and I want to know the proof, or I want to know the truth, and I want to see the proof before we start continuing to press out all these things and throw out all these rumors and things that have nothing to back it up with. I know the internet is crazy and we say things on the internet, but that's the problem. People say things on the internet and don't back it up with receipts. So until then, I see you guys out here, you guys put in your votes. 890 of you guys voted. You guys say that 53% of you guys actually believe that the rumor is true. Now, if it is true, let us see the Carfax. Let us see the receipts. But until then, I feel like this rumor should be put to bed until we actually hear it from law enforcement themselves. Then on top of it, if it is actually true, then some of these officers should be catching first degree M, if that is the case. But again, let me say this too. You never know. If it is, that's the other problem too. If this rumor is true, given this particular chief of police track record, she may not let that information be exposed, because not only is it, if it's true, I'm saying that's only if the rumor is true, she may not put out that information. Why? Because that tarnishes her name. That puts her in a huge scandal. And that could also risk her job. So she might hide that information. She already has a history of hiding information in the past. Who's to say she wouldn't hide information on this one too? But then again, let me say this. I do believe that people can change. And I do believe wise people learn from their mistakes. Maybe she is someone who is wise. We're just going to have to sit back, wait, and see if the truth comes out here very, very soon. But, of course, this is the show. But, of course, you know for a fact, any information about this rumor, about any information, the solid information that we have right now, like the 6th officer, okay, Preston Hemphill, has been released or relieved from his job. We don't know if he's going to be catching any charges, but I'm sure he's going to catch something. It won't be second degree or anything of that sort, but he may catch some charges. But as soon as we find out more information about these other officers, even those EMTs that didn't do a doggone thing, they just stood by and watched this young man slowly pass on, which is just disturbing. You know for a fact, I will be bringing it up and talking about it right here on the show. Okay? So I appreciate all y'all for being here. I appreciate you guys taking the time to hear the conversation. I know some of you guys are I understand the frustration, but we had to talk about that rumor because I've been getting DM'd like crazy and I wanted to put that to bed. So hopefully that rumor now can be put to bed until we actually have proof. Let's get proof, guys. All right? So I appreciate you guys spending the time with me today. It really does mean a lot. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. All right? That would really, really mean a lot. Hit that subscribe button. All right? You know your boy's working hard out here in these streets. All right? And I'll see you guys very, very soon. And of course, by all means, check out my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Please go and hit that subscribe button over there. We are putting out clips from moments from shows over there, a little more bite-sized type stuff, so they're not super long clips and all that. So please go and check that out. That would really, really, really mean a lot. Okay, guys? All right, guys. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all. I'll be talking to you guys soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.